And there we have it, 1-1 in the end. A massive 2 points drop for Arsenal. And if the title race wasn't over, it's now over. Liverpool will beat Manchester United, yes, my club, tomorrow, and go 8 points clear at the top of the league with a game in hand. Arsenal were very, very poor today. Controversial penalty, we'll discuss it as well. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. But yeah, man, not a great game. And to be honest with you, a lack of quality. It wasn't the best game, if I'm being truly honest with you. Brighton were probably the better team in the second half. But Arsenal did not show enough intent. They did not show enough bravery. They didn't have the quality. Odegaard, the substitutions were poor. Martinelli, poor. Odegaard, poor. I mean, there's not really much else on the bench. No Saka. And just that imaginative kind of play that Arsenal maybe have had. Even the corners, the set pieces. Nothing was really working out for Arsenal. There was a moment where maybe Marino should do better when Rice played the cross on the ground. And maybe, you know, Arsenal should have done better there. But they started off well for Arsenal, man. Nwaneri, man. Lovely, lovely goal. Yes, maybe the keeper should do better, but it was a good run. And it's a good finish, low and hard. And the keeper fumbled it. But listen, fair play to Nwaneri. That is someone that Arsenal can very, very much look forward to one in the future. A special, special talent, man. Brilliant left foot. So, for me, intelligent for a young kid and also matured. To be playing at this level of football and ready at this age, at the age of, what, 17? Absolutely brilliant, man. And got his goal, and that's his second goal now. I think he's got more goals than Phil Foden this season altogether in all competitions. So, fair play to Arsenal. And I thought, for me, they had chances. There was a couple of chances they had before half-time that they maybe should have done better. But second half was absolutely horrible from Arsenal. Simple passes given away. Calafiori, I mean, Jorginho played out from the back. It was just very, very poor. The ball wasn't getting to Jesus. If it was getting to Jesus, there wasn't a lot happening with it. There wasn't really anything happening on that right-hand side. Arsenal missed timber in terms of a little bit of creativity, a little bit of guile and a bit of balance on that right-hand side. Partey's not all right, but even though, like I said, he didn't do the most, like he didn't really do badly. You know what I mean? I thought second half, Calafiori struggled against Minte. Very, very much struggled. Arsenal were pegged back. And Brighton grew into the game. And then that's where the controversial penalty happened. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's a penalty. You look at that penalty, thinking to yourself, right, clash of heads. And you say to yourself, right, cool. You know, you've never seen that before. You've never, ever seen that clash of heads before be given a penalty. But I don't see why that's any different to being stamped on the shoulder or being hit on the leg. It's still contact. Saliba is still late to the foul. Like, he's still late. Like, he misses it before Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro's got the ball, bearing in mind. The ball's in the air, cool. But he's still late. The defender is still late because he's in an attacking position. And like I said, if that was the feet, shoulders, or whatever it was, any other body contact here, it's a foul. Why is it any different to the head? Yes, it is different, and we've not seen it before, but for me, Saliba was late, and for me, it's a penalty. It should have happened for me in the Newcastle game. I don't know if you guys see the Newcastle game. Gordon did the same thing. I think it was Kulusevski, was it, that went straight into him. And I'm like, he got his nose out, bloody nose and everything. Like, for me, that was a penalty. And the same thing has to apply. Is there consistency? Of course there's not, because this is what the referees are. They're not consistent. But it was a harsh, but for me, a penalty. And Brighton and Joao Pedro, who I thought was excellent in that second half, was amazing in, for me, just popping it off. And he just guided it past Rayo. And then after that, Brighton just grew into the game. Started to dominate. Minte should be passing it and squaring it to Mitoma, who then has a tap in. I just thought they had the better chances. They created better moments. They were just in more control. I mean, shots from not Odegaard, should I say, Trossard over the bar. There was a couple of free kicks and whatnot, and maybe Partey should be doing better. But all in all, it was poor today, man. Odegaard was benched today. Why was that? Was he ill? I'm not going to lie to you. He would have played anyway if he was fit. He's not been great for a hot minute. Havertz, I mean, Arsenal fans love to talk about Havertz, but unfortunately, there was an element of what Havertz can give you. He does get last-minute goals. He has been scoring for Arsenal. He does create space for others. I mean, I'm not saying he's the oracle, but did they miss Havertz in there today? Not a lot on the bench as well. I mean, who you bringing on apart from Odegaard, Martinelli? Didn't really do much. Again, he's one that's been not look good on form. He's been getting a couple of goals here and there. There wasn't a lot to really choose from. Jesus, you're relying on Jesus to score you goals when he's, you know, in a purple patch at a minute. And yeah, he's been scoring goals, but he's not a reliable goal scorer. There's not a lot really to do. Trossard today went missing for large parts of the game today. There is not a lot that's going right in terms of what you can bring on. And this is where the January transfer window is a must for Arsenal. It's an absolute must for us. Arsenal must buy a signing in the summer. In the January. It's a must. Whether it's Osimhen, whether it's a Cunha that can give you a little bit of creativity and a bit different in terms of ball carrying, because of quality, because of assists. You know what I mean? Like, bro, they could have got something from a Cunha today, and that's the difference, bro. This is the difference in the title race. Liverpool have got on the bench Jota if they need to. They got Nunes. Again, he's not the greatest. Gakpo, Diaz, Salah, Elliott, Harvey Elliott, Broski. Like, how many names? I've just named you 6 attackers. 6. Is there anyone else I've not mentioned in there? Like, bro, 6 attackers, bro. That's a lot, man. It's a lot to choose from. And they're all getting goals and they're all getting assists and whatever. There's not many in this team. Odegaard's not getting enough. Declan Rice, I thought Marino, Declan Rice and Jorginho, it didn't really work today, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, it worked in the first half for a hot minute, but let's be honest, man, it didn't really work out. Too static, nobody really in the pockets. Did they take off Nwaneri? And listen, Nwaneri didn't have the greatest of games today, but you are losing that kind of almost something different, you know what I mean? That someone can take a man on who's fearless, who he wants to take out people, he wants to maybe get in the pockets. You could have easily put on Nwaneri in a 10 role and then put Thingy on the right hand side, Martinelli. You could have went it like that way, and then later on, if Nwaneri's not playing well still, you then bring on Odegaard to add a bit more quality. But I just thought to myself, it was too defensive in that regard. And Arsenal, whether it's tiredness, whether the games are catching up to them, and there's a lot of games that they're having right now, ultimately, just not good enough today. And it's 2 points dropped for Arsenal. It is 2 points dropped for Arsenal. And now, if they don't go into the market, it could be game over. I don't know what the games are coming up for Arsenal, but there are a few games I'm looking at Arsenal in terms of their fixture list right now. They've got the North London Derby coming up soon as well. Yeah, North London Derby coming up soon. Then they got Aston Villa at home, Wolves away, Man City. You know, so there's some tough games coming up for Arsenal, man. And it's one of them where you got to be relentless. Liverpool will keep winning their games. Will Arsenal, though? That's the issue. Will Arsenal keep winning their games? That is the key question. Like I said, Brighton, they were worthy of their draw at least. They deserved at least something from that game. Whether it was a point, whether it was 3 points, they deserved something from that game, man. So, again, back to the drawing boards for Arsenal. Where do they go from here? They got a cup game in against Man United. Then they got a Carabao Cup again as well against Newcastle. The squad is getting stretched now. The squad is getting stretched at the minute. They have to find ways of winning this game now. They have to find ways of getting back into this one. So, yeah, man. Arsenal today, 2 points dropped. Is that the title race? All but well and truly done for Arsenal, man. Big January transfer were needed for them. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.